we had kind of stumbled a little bit with how to hire and scale that team. We had made some unsuccessful hires. We didn't have a really good vision for how we wanted to grow that sales department because none of us in the organization had grown a large sales team before. So what we said was, well, let's go outside and figure out who can help us. And we found Ted. And Ted had a great vision for us. It was, like I said, we were a small team. We were 4 people on the sales team. In a year and a half with working with Ted, we have 17 on the sales team and have created a structure on which we can hire into. To know that you need help is the first step, right? And I think that's something, it's part of our culture is that, hey, we don't see it as a threat. There are so many smart people in the organization, but that doesn't mean we have it all figured out. We haven't been there and done that. We haven't built a sales team larger than the sales team we had. So it's not rocket science, but it does take expertise, and it does take somebody who's been there and done that. So our choices were, well, let's go read some books and scrape along and try to figure it out, or let's bring in somebody that knows what the heck they're doing. Let's kind of give ourselves over to them and lean into their vision, because we know we're being heard, and Ted knew what we wanted and how we were growing and really understood what to put in place for us. So yeah, it does take a level of trust and a level of vulnerability that you have to be willing to ask for help and then really receive it. And like I said, we have a VP of sales in place. He wasn't threatened by bringing on Ted. He was like, this is exciting. Let me partner with Ted and let's go do this together. And so that was really effective for us. Ted brought in a lot of mature sales organization processes to us. So one of them was our quarterly sales meeting. So how we do a sales kickoff. We weren't doing those before with Ted. We weren't getting alignment with the team. And we have, like everybody else, we have a team that's spread across the US, but we really brought in a discipline to rally the team and get them going. So the QSM has been very effective for us to gain alignment with the team. And then also working with our current VP of sales, setting up the cadences for how do you effectively manage salespeople week over week, putting a predictive forecast in place and holding them accountable to a predictive forecast. So that's a process that we hadn't done before Ted, and he really gave us the framework and the tools to do that, and the know-how, and kind of set the standard that we can go execute upon. One of the reasons we brought Ted in is we constantly think about what's in the way of us doubling or what breaks when we double. And before we brought in Ted, we had actually brought in somebody else to help grow the marketing engine. And the marketing engine created a problem for sales. And so now sales was in our way of doubling. And so the ROI for us was we're able to keep our growth trajectory. So we're continuing our 50% year-over-year growth. We can forecast that accurately today and feel that we can hire into that with the plan that we put in place on the sales team.